Kia ora. No mai haere mai ki Aotearoa. Welcome to New Zealand and to Te Awaroa National Park. This little slice of paradise is teeming with creatures big and small, and more adventures than you'll find on any movie screen or storybook. I've lived out here in the Wop-Wops all my life, and never wanted for anything else. In fact, it's practically in my blood. This place and my family go way back. Things have been a little tricky lately, though. It's fast becoming somewhere I don't recognize anymore, and I don't like it. That's why I dragged you out here, Hoa. With your help, we're going to wean ourselves off outside money and make Te Awaroa a model for sustainability the entire South Island can get behind. Right, let's get moving. Glad to see you've arrived in one piece. Josh is my nephew. He just got his license, and I swear that kid spends more time with his hands on the radio dials than on the steering wheel. I hope he didn't talk your ear off. I've had to rely on him a lot lately since my legs started acting up again. I was planning to head out and meet you today, but here I am at home, propped up on 5 kinds of pillows. Doctor's orders. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat from me. Head over to the outpost marked on your hunter, mate, and let's get you started.
Okay, is she done there? I think so, right? Welcome back to Exploring Call of the Wild. Today we are in Te Awaroa, as you can
I hope you had a chance to spend some quality time on your own before I rang you up. Your mate, Alejandra, said the two of you were here on holiday? She had nothing but praise for you, by the way. Said you almost single-handedly turned things around for her in Cuatro Colinas. Well, naturally I have pretty high expectations, but let's take our time getting to know each other first. I'll admit that it wasn't just her recounting your heroic antics that made me pick up the phone. She said you were, and I quote, stoic, practical, and probably born out in the bush somewhere. Just what I was looking for, in other words.
Okay, so were I like recommended from Cuatro Colinas? Too bad we didn't go there first. Like I said, welcome back to Exploring Call of the Wild. Today we are in Te Awaroa, as you can see, doing the main mission story. For those of you who don't know what this series is, it is a series where I will explore the game. I will shoot all diamonds in the game, do every main mission, every side mission, unlock all of the undiscovered parts on every map, and I'm going to do it without Googling. Last time we were in Parque Fernando doing some side missions, but I felt like it was time to move on to story mission. So we're in Te Awaroa now. I don't remember anything as usual from this map. I remember a lot of Lord of the Rings Easter eggs. That's it. I don't remember anything else really. I don't even know what animals are on this map. Only played it when it came out, or when I like were doing the main mission for the first time.
Alone out there. Humbling, eh?
Oh my god, it's going great. Well, get 2 of them. Like I said, I haven't played here since I was doing the main mission for the first time. I only did a fallow deer grind on this map. Otherwise, I don't really have... No, I shot my Great One Red Deer here, of course. So I only been like grinding on this map, so I'm not even sure what animals are on it, to be honest. Well, got 2 pearl figs down. Pearl figs. Pearl pigs, hello? Am I having a stroke?
Pigs may look all cute and cuddly, but you get on their bad side and you'll get nothing but a sore rump for your troubles. And they're voracious feeders too, so no need to ask for my permission to shoot on sight.
Alright. I don't remember anything from the story mission. Nothing at all. So this will be fun. It will be me getting the first impression of the missions again. Really? I think in a year or two I can play them again and don't remember a single thing, because my memory is bad. I said it before, but the only things I really remember are some of the main story mission in Africa. What even is it more? Medved, I remember the Bigfoot thing from earlier. Everything I remember here is going into an outpost and it's being like a big troll in there. Otherwise nothing. Not at all. I don't even remember the story mission for a ski ridge, and that was a long time ago. Scotland, I haven't played the main mission story, but I wouldn't probably remember that either. So it's gonna be exciting to see what we are doing today. You can already now vote what map you think I should play after this one down in the comments, and the one with the most votes when it's time I play. And if no one wants, I do a random.
These outposts in the early 90s. They got the works, repurposed materials, solar roofs, rainwater tanks. That was back when people used to just call you a hippie. Now everything's sustainable, clean, green, eco-friendly. Hippies? Ha! Try trailblazers. And good for the environment doesn't have to mean bad for your back. It's pretty cozy inside. Go on, take a look.
Yeah, this I remember.
See, we got company. That'll be Josh's doing, the brat. I told him to leave things be, but I guess he couldn't resist. Anyway, maybe it's just as well you get used to it. I'll fill you in later. Right, mate? See that camera on the table? Strap it to your chest and let me explain what exactly you're here for. There's a lookout tower not far away, so you can head up there and get a sense of the place while I flap my gums.
Does he have anything under here? No, I can't check it. God damn it. It's not a boy.
Nice and tight now. Wouldn't want it coming off right when you've got a shot lined up.
Maybe claim the outpost would be a good idea. I have no idea if these story missions are like a long story or short. Some are really short. Do it in an episode or two. But this I have no idea. Probably, what did Parker Fernando take? 2 or 3 mission videos for the entire story missions. Leighton Lake and Hirschfeld were like 20 episodes. It was a lot longer. It was a long time ago since I saw the map like this. I'm looking forward to hear everything about Lord of the Rings, because I love those movies. I don't know how many times I watched them, of course, the extended versions, over and over and over. I don't get tired of it. I love it. I remember some of these waters. I've been here a lot. Okay, what was the mission even? Visit the nearby lookout tower, okay. Wonder what would happen if I went there first.
So, the plan. I want to turn this place into a year-round retreat for hunters like you and Alejandra. So I don't spend most of the year worrying about whether our native plants are going to get overrun by deer again. There's a lot of filmmaking talent out here, and it hasn't been put to good use lately, if you ask me. So we're going to make a commercial, show the world there's more to New Zealand than haka and halflings. And who better to demonstrate the thrill of the chase than an experienced hunter like yourself? See, our Woodall's prime was back in the 80s. Most of the other hunters out here are equally long of tooth. We need someone young, new, dynamic. You. The camera will do most of the work, so you just have to make sure it's on when you head out to hunt. We have a couple of strategic locations on our list to get through, but let's get you that view first.
That's a nice tower. Why did they make me go to this outpost when I could just gone here first? I should have taken the look at. I saw it was closer to me. I should just run up here first. Yeah, anyway, we are here. That was a weird call, hello.
There's the lookout tower, just up ahead.
Like I said, I haven't really played this map. It was a long time ago since I did something else than hunting red deer or fallow deer.
Just take that in. Spectacular, isn't it? This eastern area is all rolling hills and conifers. There's a line of mountains in the center of the reserve, and native beech forest, and a lot of rain on the other side.
That does mean
Right,
it's
so remember Josh's
constantly
little
raining there.
This place doesn't receive a lot of government funding, unfortunately, and a couple of years ago we were running out of money for field research, and the outposts were in need of sprucing up. Tricky little fella, eh? If at first you don't succeed and all that, you'll get the next one. So I guess you could say we made a deal with the devil, the Hollywood devil to be exact. Long story short, they've just wrapped up filming for the final movie they were contracted to do. Some fantasy thing, shiny blade or shimmering dagger or something. Now let me check. Resplendent sword. I'll send you the blurb they gave me. My nephew tells me it's a big deal, but I'd certainly never heard of it before this. But yeah, as nice as it is that Te Awaroa's beauty is up on the silver screen for all to see, it's come with its share of problems, to say the least. The bigwigs left in a hurry, and we got left with a bunch of basically intact movie sets scattered here and there all over the reserve. Well, I'm telling you all of this because Josh just rang me up and said that he spotted another set on his way back, not far from where I wanted you to try filming your first hunt. Can I trouble you to go clear it out? We can't run the risk of any of the props from the film featuring in our footage. Cheers.
Reach the movie set. Okay, so we are cleaning up from a movie set, I guess. I'm really excited about this map. It's so fun because I don't remember, like I said, anything. Only that there's Lord of the Rings stuff, nothing else. That troll I remembered.
Running low. The outposts have ammo of all kinds and more besides.
Okay. That's how to hunt them. With the 30 out of 6, perfect caliber. Probably was a diamond I shot now. Wouldn't even be sad. No. Why doesn't it pick up my gun? Got 2. Really need to go to an outpost and get my 22 back. I have no idea what I'm carrying instead. Perfect. Would have been gold.
Oh, what a mess. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I never would have agreed to it. This isn't even the worst of it. Right, let's take it one by one. Just bundle them into crates and I'll get someone to swing by later and transport them out of the reserve. Quite the medieval fair. Looks more than a bit incongruous out here if you ask me. Are those real oranges? Good enough to eat, eh? I hope they didn't have an actual fire in that thing.
Well
Imagine if some silly townie kid had wandered over here and decided it would be a good idea. That's the last of them. What's that note? Props list. Foam statue of haughty elf standing proud, 9 foam warriors, 8 golden goblets, 3 green screens. This reads like a Christmas carol. See any of those? Bit dodgy. Townies must have been up here. Well, even though this isn't our mess to clean up, I should probably ask around and see if anyone knows what's happened to the missing props. The last thing we need is to get blamed for this. Maybe they did a very selective sweep. I'll see if anyone has a big wig's numbers. Thanks for your help, Ehor. Let's move on.
Welcome.
Before you head off and film your hunts, first we've got to set the scene, so to speak. The marketing team's looking for some photos for the reserve website, something to give people a taste of what this place has to offer. Now that we've dealt with that bloody mess, you think you could head over to Lake Wakaiti and snap a few shots for us? There's a willow tree there growing right out of the water that all the influencers or whatever they call themselves go bonkers for. It does make for a good photo op, I'll give it that.
Okay.
We got a little overly reliant on these tentpole releases. Well, I say more tents and fewer releases. Does that work? Nah, you're right.
Filmmaking is a lucrative industry in New Zealand with annual screen revenue of over 3 billion in 2018. Profit is highly concentrated. The Auckland regions account for over 50% of screen revenue in a given year. The majority of revenue is still guaranteed by domestic contracts, but this is steadily decreasing. In 2016, about a third of gross revenue was international business, with 90% of it coming from North America. Tourism has grown in kind, with sleepy rural areas features in film transformed into major attraction almost overnight. Yeah. Should be a lot of people wanting to go to New Zealand just because of Lord of the Rings. I would like to go there. It would be really nice.
This is one of the hunting spots my mentor used to take me out to. Bound to be something worth stalking in the area.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of these birds around here. Perfect.
If you're wondering why there's no one around, it's because the reserve is officially closed to visitors for the foreseeable future. And definitely conducting emergency field research, we said. If that's what it takes to get the day trippers to clear out for a hot minute, so be it. I swear I haven't seen this place so deserted in about 10 years. Ah, it's lovely, actually. Even if I can only experience it through you. We used to camp out here when I was little. Tramp over from the other side. Me and a gaggle of other kids carrying backpacks bigger than our whole bodies. Don't fall in now. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened here. Not much of that lifestyle left these days. I miss it sometimes.
I don't think I would be able to shoot one of those though. Okay, I'm here. What am I doing? Photograph the willow tree. Okay. Hello? want from me? Really? What's going on?
That'll do. It's looking well. We had some
100
hoon try to
photos.
saw off one of the branches a few weeks ago. Can you believe? Well, luckily someone managed to talk him out of it. Sometimes wedding parties will have the brides come up and sit on it. Wade right into the water and soak those dear dresses. That tree is 80 years old. Started off as a stray branch nailed to a fence. It's a tribute to tenacity, if you ask me.
Okay, are we done here?
Right, now for our next destination.
Yes,
Head
please.
down to the shoreline. There's a set of huge boulders there that have to be seen to be believed. I know what you're thinking. She's showing me some rocks. But trust me on this one.
Okay, I should go here first to get a shotgun or a 22.
Our beaches are buzzing with natural activity. At least they used to be. You get more and more rubbish washed up all over the place lately. You know, bits of plastic pallets, runoff from factories further north. I swear I've seen tin cans with Australian brand names. We do our best, but we can't always prevent the poor critters ending up with junk in their bellies. Anyway, that's the situation. I'll get back to you when you arrive. Just gonna head off for a minute and make some tea.
Alright, there we go. I got a shotgun now. No, I don't. Okay, shotgun's ready. Let's go. What were you doing? Taking photos of some stones or something? Reach the beach. Oh my god, I hate the animals. I don't get it. They change direction or stop the exact time I am about to shoot. Every goddamn time. I don't understand a thing. Nice shot. Might be an outpost up here, right? It looks like it, at least. Yes, it is. Nice. Right, nice. I wonder if I can get one of those lever action rifle sights on the shotgun. Couldn't use the shotgun scope. Can I try it? No, I can't. Alright. Doing it without the scope then.
That's better. Nothing like a good old Kiwi herbal blend to sort the head out.
Okay. There's a tent. Some trash, I guess we're picking up. Is the full story mission going to be pick up trash and filming locations maybe? But really disappointed with Parque Fernando. There's a lot of electrical missions back and forth. And also some target shooting, that was it. I did not really like it. Could have made something very more exciting than that.
Well, look at this. Couldn't help themselves, could they? One last hurrah before we shut the place down. This really can't wait, mate. There's a little blue penguin population nesting not far from here, and they'll gladly take this for food. Okay, that looks manageable. Let's clean this up and take the photo. Then we can talk hunting again.
Okay.
Well, as you can imagine, being featured in a host of box office hits has done wonders for our profile with tourists. Problem is, a lot of the people who come are just here to take a few photos, dump a heap of rubbish, and then leave unceremoniously. So we end up with messes like this one. I'd like to say that we've become the victim of our own success, but that's letting me off the hook. Right, there should be a stand over on the other end of the beach with rubbish bags and a picker.
Oh.
We went to all the trouble of installing these and they still couldn't be bothered.
Way too far back. They stop! Why? Ass shots, really effective, as usual. Perfect. They stop so suddenly, I hate it. I really do.
Looks like they had quite the little feast.
Okay, are we done? No?
These kids would have nightmares if you showed them some of what I've seen out here. Birds with stomachs so full of plastic they can't eat. You can leave them over by the stand. South Island University. I knew it. Way too many people around here who have never respected this place. There, spick and span. You made quick work of it. That's a perfectly usable tent. No sense wasting it. Anyway, I've had enough of this. And we need to ensure that we're attracting the right kinds of tourists, not just day trippers from Christchurch out on their school holidays. It's okay for people to come here and leave no trace, but it'd be better if we could rely on them to help us with our conservation goals. So hunters seem like the natural target audience. Our deer and goat populations need constant culling. And you better believe I've more faith in people who love the wilderness to respect the place than kids up to no good. At the risk of sounding like an old fusspot. Speaking of, let's do what we came to do and grab that photo.
Oh, that's right. Could have waited. Perfect, ass shot. That's the way to go, as you know by now.
Lovely use of lighting. I may have to hire you to help out on my next book project, if I ever finish the current one. There's a lot of theories about where these boulders came from. Volcanic activity, lightning, even aliens. I've heard them all over the years. The boffins will tell you they were formed over 60 million years ago on the sea floor, like pearls. But that's not the whole story. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they took their staple crop with them, kumara, otherwise known as sweet potato. Unfortunately for them, the weather in this part of the country isn't exactly conducive to growing much, and the tubers withered and died. So they sent word to the Polynesian homeland, and a canoe set sail with a hardier crop. But it was caught in an intense storm just off the east coast. Each wave that struck it was so large that it made a new hill. Those are the ones you'll see further inland, and all of the cargo went overboard. And that's what these boulders are. Petrified kumara, eel baskets, calabashes. The canoe itself formed the reef further up. Moral of the story? Things have long shelf lives. A lesson I wish someone had taught those kids. Right, feeling warmed up? Good. It's time for you to show me what you can do.
Okay.
Camera on? Then you should have everything you need. I've got Josh to set it up. He told me to tell you that it's state-of-the-art, equipped with Wi-Fi, so any footage you grab is automatically uploaded to our server.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure what that means.
I'm gonna do some war crimes.
I'll be able to see it on here. No pressure then. There's good hunting in the whole of this area, from up around where you cleared out the props earlier to closer to the beach. Take your pick. But just one thing, we want it to show up nice on camera, so no minnows. Try for something at least 30 kg. The larger the better. Should be no problem for a hotshot like you.
Okay.
No word back from our friends in Hollywood regarding the props, by the way. My guess is that some townie thought it'd be a hoot to grab them for their crib. But I'm not keen on the idea of someone wandering around when we're supposed to be closed to visitors. Anyway, nothing you need to worry about right now. Just focus on those killer shots.
Wonder if I can take them from here, actually. No. I was about to shoot something. Harvest an animal over 30 kilos. Okay. Let's start by taking the lookout tower. Here I remember hunting a lot of fallow. I had 3 zones here. Shot them from that side. No idea why I told you that, but I did. Everything close to water I should be able to recognize where the fallow deers are, at least. Or the red deer. But that was some time ago. Alright. See what we got around here. There's an outpost. Here's an outpost. I go to this, maybe. I don't know. Do the fallow deer drink here? Don't remember that lake as a fallow deer lake. Maybe. I go change the fallow deer drink time whatsoever and shoot a fallow deer. 11:05 should do. Oh, it's 11. Okay, never mind. We don't need to change the time then. Yeah, no. Then we got a small guy. Wasn't the other ones closer? It felt like that. Well, never mind. He's going to be above 30 kilo. 300 meters. Actually, let's get somewhat closer. Yeah, now I remember. There's a hunting structure up here somewhere. Yeah, this is definitely a fallow deer lake. This is the lake I shot my great one red deer at, actually. Don't know why you need that information, but you just got it anyways. He's down. Okay, here we got him. Let's see. He's above 30 kilos, we know that.
Not to worry. We'll fix that one up in the editing process.
What?
A lot of people around here think that hunting's heyday peaked in the 70s and 80s. Back when you'd get scores of daredevils out in helicopters gunning down deer 3 at a time. That's not the done thing anymore, for a whole host of reasons. But these days we need hunters more than ever. And I'm glad I have you on board to help us show the world that. You've got a fan here, whore. Josh gave me a hand posting some footage from your hunt to the reserve chat group, and it caught the eye of our resident sharpshooter, Melanie Murphy. Melanie's the one who taught me to hunt. She's retired now, but back in the day she worked out on those helicopters with the best, or worst of them. Tough as nails and with a sharp tongue to boot. We had a bit of a falling out 25 years ago. One of the choppers came down with us in it, so I injured my leg. I won't go into it, but we should never have taken off that day, and Melanie knew it. Well, these days we're cordial to each other, but not much else. Anyway, my mum always told me to let bygones be bygones and all that. Melanie's a better hunter than I'll ever be, advanced age notwithstanding. So I'll do my best to pass on whatever I've learnt from her gratis. You're welcome. Right, back on track. Sorry to ask again, but I need you to do me a favour. No, it's not more cleaning up, don't worry.
That's nice.
Head to the outpost I've marked on your hunter mate and I'll explain on the way.
Okay. Where does this bridge go here? Why? Oh, okay, it's not the same one. I'm retarded, as usual.
I grew up here, just west of the mountain range. We were a small community of outsiders living in sync with nature. No running water and only whatever electricity our generator could provide. People from down in the local town used to call it a hippie commune, but I've never liked the term. It was about sustainable living first and foremost. We weren't just there to not shower and sing Kumbaya all day. So when I say the place is part of me, I mean it. Mum's family can trace their lineage here to the 14th century, and we've accumulated a lot of stories over the years. Some of those are about an animal that holds a special place in my heart. Pākehā, I mean European settlers, released moose here about 100 years ago, and there haven't been any confirmed sightings since the 1950s. But I swear to you, I saw one when I was
remember
little,
this.
staring straight at me out of a hazy morning mist. Ever since then, I've been determined to prove that they're still here. Even written a book about it. Or am writing a book about it, I should say. I can't give it the conclusion it deserves yet. I don't hold out much hope anymore. But I've got a few trail cameras scattered here and there. Usually just throw up deer herds and the occasional teenager behaving badly. But they're pretty low maintenance. One of them got knocked over and the battery's completely munted. So I'd like you to switch it out if that's not too much trouble. It's on the way to our next filming destination.
Reach outpost. Okay. Thank God he didn't start to float. Where would he even go there? Then? Would he just gone in the middle and stayed in the middle of the bridge, or would it go to the shore here? That means they definitely can go to a different direction. Why can't they just float towards the nearest shore or something? Or really fast towards you? Would that be gold? Nice shot. Little too high maybe?
Get into the outpost. There should be a battery pack on the table.
Okay. What are we even doing? Pick up the battery. I have a favor to ask. I've set a few trail cameras around the reserve to keep an eye on things. Anyways, the batteries one is... Okay. Now I remember this with the moose. Don't we get to shoot the moose here? I have no memory of it before, but it came back now when she said it. I remember seeing moose tracks at least.
I've been meaning to get out there for ages, but then my legs started acting up again. Nice to have the help.
Replace the battery on the dead camera. It's 1.23 kilometers, so that's quite a run. So I'm going to end the episode here, and we are going to do that in the next episode. So that's what we're doing then. I guess I see you next time. Thank you for watching.